Okay, welcome back. Here's the challenge. Here's the challenge. Are you up for the challenge? The challenge is, well, am I up for the challenge? Here's the challenge. The challenge is I'm going to build an AI app in the Power Platform in less than 15 minutes. I have my timer set up here. Let's see if I can crash. Don't crash, Deshaun. Let's see if I can develop this app in 15 minutes. And once I'm done, I'm going to show you a sneak peek of the rapid application framework. What exactly does that mean? This is a framework that, if implemented the way that I'm going to show you how to blueprint this out on the whiteboard. I'm going to show you how to blueprint this out on the whiteboard. And when I say that, because they don't call me Deshaun, the whiteboard Clark, for nothing, right? Because I love the whiteboard. I think it's a very effective tool to communicate layers of information, stacked information, or even complex information. I giggled because I told someone that, and they was like, Deshaun, the white boy Clark, why are you calling yourself a white boy? I said whiteboard. Okay, so I have to learn how to enunciate when I say that. Okay, back to the money. Here's the deal. This video is going to be action-packed. I'm going to break it down to three main parts. One, we're going to build this AI application in 15 minutes, leveraging the rapid application framework. I may be able to pull it off in 15 minutes. I may not. I haven't practiced this. Two, I'm going to give you a solution. We're going to jump over to the whiteboard, Deshaun, the whiteboard Clark, and I'm going to outline how this framework works, the rapid application development framework. Thirdly, I'm going to give you an opportunity, for me to build a power app for you, AI power app for you. That's a lot, right? For free. And but you have to do something. And if you're watching this video at the very beginning of when it's posted, because you only have 48 hours to participate in this free app development, and it has to be within reason. No one's going to build you an ERP, right? It has to be on the Power Platform. It has to be AI. You have to give a description, So I'm going to show you how to do that. But you're going to have to act fast, and you're going to have to jump in the comment section and execute. Okay, let's get down to the business. So what we're going to do, we're going to build an AI app that generates requirement document. So in IT and consulting and tech, whatever, we're always either dealing with, my throat is all scratchy today. We're either dealing with requirement documents, or we have to create them, or we have to read them, consume them, and then build a tech design and So I'm going to show you how to build an AI app on the Power Platform in 15 minutes using my rapid application development framework on the Power Platform and Azure OpenAI and all this other good stuff. Enough of that yapping. Let's take a look at. Okay, so like any challenge, I'm prepared, right? But I'm not cheating. I'm prepared, but I'm not preset. So what do I have? I have all these tabs open, and hopefully this comes out okay in the window, because I have to keep this main window open and I have to keep this timer. So we're going to use a YouTube video. Shout out to Adam Escobar for creating this video, 15-minute video countdown, which is pretty straightforward, but extremely handy. And there's a ton of these out there. So, okay, so what I have here, I have the whiteboard. We're going to come back to this. I don't need this to build this app, but I do have my markers set. I'm all set up for that, prepared. Then I have Power Apps here. This is going to be the Canvas apps that we have. I know you know this, building these solutions, what I'm going to have to, the features I'm going to have to do in the Power Platform, which makes these primed and perfect for rapid application development. So there's certain features I have to use here with existing apps in order to pull this off. This is the app that we're going to replicate. And I'm going to use some pieces over here. So really, this is going to be like our template. This is an AI meeting note taker app. And over here on the side, these are all our meeting transcripts. And then over here in the middle is the detailed meeting notes of that. Very similar to what Copilot does, but at a much deeper level. You can get very granular on how you do these meeting notes, because they can be more than meeting notes. They can be assessment write-ups, or they can be case worker write-ups, or maybe an interview assessment, or whatever. So it's more than just capturing what was said, key summary and takeaways. You can massage those because you got full control over the entire stack of what that quote unquote meeting notes, post-meeting note look like. Here, I have my solutions. And this is going to be the secret sauce. And when we get to the whiteboard, I'm going to show you why this is critical. But what you see here, these are out of the box. Ignore those. But these top 4 or 5 are the ones that I really kind of leverage. So this AI apps is going to have all of my business layer for all my AI apps. And I'm going to leverage that in order to build this new one out in 15 minutes. And then I got this microservices layer. This is the reusable section. You probably saw a video of using the Microsoft services architecture and Power Automate. It's not that long, but that's where I really kind of detailed out. I actually need to remake that video because once I realized the benefit you get with leveraging solutions versus individual flows that are outside of the Dataverse and what you can do and how that sets you up, I absolutely need to rewrite that video and show you the latest techniques on how to get that done. Okay, in this last one, second to last, I have this SharePoint list. In this SharePoint list is where I keep all my prompts. So as you know, and I'm going to detail this out on the whiteboard, but the prompt is everything. The prompt is the heartbeat of the application. It tells it the business requirement, the features, how it to respond, the tasks it needs to do, and more importantly, how it needs to output the data. And you will see that I have a separate column here for the output. And all of this is text. There's no logic. There's no if-thens. There's no switch statements. There's no do until. There's none of that silly stuff, right? This is real world, modern world, 2024 and beyond, how you execute and build these applications. True value, right? We're not doing pretty pictures. We're not doing fancy videos out of a text prompt. True business value and executing rapidly at record speed. And lastly, I have my infamous Word document. What are we going to do here? This is actually where I'm going to describe my prompt. I learned in past videos, I can't type and talk at the same time. So why not type? Why not have the Word app? I'm trying to find a fancy way to say this. Type for you as you talk. Speech to text recognition. So we're going to leverage the dictation feature in Microsoft Word, and that's going to help us build our prompt, and then that way I can copy and paste. There's going to be a lot of copy and pasting. That's the only way this rapid application framework works, and it's architected in the way to allow you to copy and paste. All right, let's get to work. All right, so here's my timer, and I'm going to go on your go. Just let me know when you're ready. You got to let me know when you're ready. There you go. Let's go. All right. 14:59. Let's go. Okay. So here I'm going to go into existing app. Let's go ahead and fire this up. This is the AI note taker. So with this application development framework, you take this existing app. I'm going to lose all my time with this thing loading. This is not fair. I'm going to lose I bet you I'm going to lose like 3 minutes waiting for this stuff to load. Look at this. Come on. Microsoft, put me on the superintendent, man. Oh, you look at that. That took 30 seconds. Okay, probably 15. All right. I'm going to lose all my time waiting for these things to load. All right. So here's the application. The first thing I do, I go in here, hit this drop down, hit save as. This is going to give me a new application here. Let's call this the AI app requirements gen, for lack of a better word, and click save here. All right. So this is going to take this existing app, spin it up into a brand new app, and pay attention to make sure you're working on the right version. Look in your header and make sure that it has the right name for you. Okay, so the next thing I want to do, the way that this application is set up, you notice how that speed kicked in, right? We're in turbo drive. I'm on the freeway. I'm not on the Autobahn yet. All right, wait till I get on the Autobahn. So the way this is set up over here on the left, this uses a gallery. So basically there is a SharePoint list that allows me to create these notes. So if I hold down the Alt key, hit new, this is going to create a new entry. And then I click cancel here. Sorry, my screen is crammed because I'm trying to get all this information in there, right? All right, so now I'm kind of stuck. What I need to do, I just need to swap these out. So this is my AI service history notes. All right, so let me do this. So let me go to SharePoint. Let's go to the site contents here. So AI service history notes. That's the list I need to replicate. Look at this. See, that's some BS right there. That is some BS right there. I promise you, I'm losing 15 seconds per click on here. The cards are stacked against me. It doesn't matter. All right, so I'll go new list. Again, SharePoint Prime to allow you to leverage existing list schemas from existing, right? And what it needs to be. AI history. I ain't going to say anything. I'm not even going to say it. Okay. AI notes history, right? Yep. All right. So instead of AI notes history, let's call this AI requirements history. Yeah, let's keep it in the left nav. Hit new. You probably like, Deshaun, make a decision. You losing time, but I'm 3 minutes in, but I'm not losing time because I'm sidetracking with my conversations. I'm losing time. Okay. All right. So here we got meeting transcript. Let's go ahead and rename these. I'm gonna actually go to list settings and rename because I want to be very intentional. All right, so I'm okay with all of these. The only thing I want to do is take the word meeting out of most of these. So instead of meeting name, I'm gonna call this requirement doc name, or requirement title. Yeah. Right, and then hit OK there. Look, I'm 5 minutes in. Microsoft, you got to put me on the superintendent, baby. All right, so here's my meeting transcripts. So this is what I'm going to send to it. So I'm going to call this my app requirements. I know my internal column names are going to be jacked up, but it's okay. We'll work through it. And then my, that's plain text. I'm not looking for anything fancy here. This is some BS, man. Y'all tripping, bro. Y'all tripping. Okay, meeting notes. This is going to be the requirements, AI requirements here. This is the output. And this one, notice here, I do want to enhance text because I'm leveraging HTML and all this other good stuff to get this out the door. All right, boom. All right, regardless of all the hating with the loads, I'm still good, right? So here I'm gonna do add new, type in SharePoint. I need to get this data sourcing here. Come on, baby. Come on. I told you I couldn't type and talk at the same time. That's why I'm typing to have my app text. I'm talking. Never mind. Whatever. AI app. Where is that? AI requirements history. Boom. So I just want to really just swap this out, right? So I want to bring that data source in before I take the other one out because I'm gonna get a bunch of red X's, and I want to know where to swap these out at, right? And you have to be smart on how you swap them out. So to hit this new defaults here, so just replace this with SVC. Notice my naming conventions, right? All my lists used by the I'm trying to coach and build at the same time. Okay, we'll service back here, but these naming conventions are everything, right? If you don't have a naming convention game plan or strategy on how you do like components and stuff in Power Apps, you're losing, right? You're losing in a major way. All right, so here is my form. Sorry, I can't zoom in. You're just gonna have to squint. This is not a video you want to watch on your mobile. You want to launch this baby on your laptop. All right. So here all I'm doing is going through and replacing all these data sources. So that's going to be my main data source, and then I have an item data source. What is that? So this is going to say active note. I'll take it. What's all these other X's? Oh, this might kill me. This actually may kill me. All right. So I switched the data source. So I need to remap all of these fields in this component. And I absolutely use, okay, so let's do this. I absolutely use the form component in this way. I might get caught up with a bunch of formatting stuff. I'm 8 minutes in. All right, so can I pull this off? He's like, yeah, if you stop yapping. Meeting name, email to, email transcripts, AI requirements. All right, so transcript is app requirements, right? So you're going to drag that into there, right? email to, I think that's the same. So just do email to, and then just drag that there. Meeting name, this is my requirements name. Yeah, it got real serious. Hit that. Go ahead and pop that up there. Now, this is why I use the form component. So to swap in, it has a really good maintenance story when you need to swap these out. Okay, so everything else I can drop, right? So meeting name, no longer need it. That's required types. Email to, take the old one out. Use that. Meeting transcripts, that's going to be my requirements. So move that. And I got one more X. What's this? Meeting notes. What is this? What? Oh, AI requirements, app requirements. Remove that. All right. I think I'm good. And I got one more over here. Okay, so let me format this. I forgot what this thing even looked like. Name, big old transcript, and the submit button. How hard is that? All right, so for here, for this requirements, what I do is go use this control type. This control type will save you a bunch, right? So this control type template, and then I double this. What's 532 times? So it's 1064. Oops, 640. We're more than halfway in there. And look, you know where I spent all my time. I'm not even going to repeat it. You know exactly where I spent all my time, right? So let me go expand this out. And forgive me, I'm not updating these labels. Okay, so here, another data source, just repeat. Oops. App history. What's this? Another data source. Service history. These are all service history, right? Yeah. So requirements history. All right. I think my copy and paste is done. And then this one's going to launch a new bet. Okay. And that's going to refresh that. That's going to refresh it. So if I hit add new, I get this. Let me test this out. Hold on. What else is missing? Hold on. Let me get all my formulas. Name isn't valid. Service history. What is this? That is, that's my load time, right? That's my initial load under my app, right? So now I'm good there. Okay. I'm finally red free. All right. So if I give this a name, hit submit, boom, I'm in there. And now if I click this, it shows it. And okay, but, I feel like I'm missing one. How do I show the results though? Is that read only? Yeah. Okay, I see what I'm doing. So for here, I'm using the same window, but I'm showing and hiding based on a requirement. Okay, what is this? I'm showing and hiding this data card, and I lost that. Crap. You're going to have to wing it, bro. Let me see. What is this? Select. Is new, false. Okay, so if it's not new, okay, I think I recognize this pattern. So if it's not new, hide this. So go to display, visible. All right, var is new, right? So if it's new, I'm showing that. If it's not new, I'm showing the other one. Crap. There's a lot of tweaking here. Let's see. Wait, no, hold on. You can figure this out. I was going to go and call my copy and paste, but you can figure this out. Come on, Deshaun. Click fields, click add new, and I want to display the results of the AI. 3 minutes, 42 seconds. And AI requirements, right? Add requirements, AI requirements. No, this is right. And I want to display this as HTML, view rich text, right? Okay. Okay, click this new so I can see what that looks like. No, click this. All right. So where's that new data card? So this is the data card here. All right. So you want to double this. It's at 1064, right? And you want to expand this out, right? And this has an HTML. Let me expand this out. This has an HTML guy here. Just put this to auto height, right? Don't you have auto height? Visible auto height. Boom. Okay, so this is going to expand and contract based on the amount of HTML that's in there. I think we're going to be good, bro. I think we're going to be good. We actually may pull this off. All right. Is that really, Deshaun, with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left? Maybe. All right. So this is primed and ready to go. So now I need to switch over to my Power Automate and go into solutions. Watch these haters. Watch these haters. Oh, you loaded fast. Okay. And then go into meeting note taker. That's going to be this guy here. Now I'm building out the business layer. So in the business layer, I actually don't have any AI HTTP stuff in here at all. Right. So let me save this. This just calls my AI meeting note taker AI requirements builder. Oops. This just going to RGN. The hardest thing in coding is coming up with a name. I promise you. Your variable name, 90 seconds. Look at this. Y'all cheating, man. Y'all cheating. You know what I got caught up? I didn't anticipate all the changes in Power Apps. Usually I swap out that data source, click, done. That form component, look at this. Y'all cheating, man. They want to see you fail, boy. Oh, man, y'all tripping. All right, so here, okay. So the most important piece, I'm actually going to be able to pull this off. You said, like, yeah, right, Deshaun, watch. No. Get out of new designer mode. That would kill you. It would just absolutely crush you. Watch this. Okay, when node is created, switch this over to my new one. Requirements history. Boom. App name. Give this a new app name. AI. Rep. Hit. AI. Rep. Come on, 34 seconds. Gen. All right. Boom. Look at that. That's not this one. History here. ID's the same. With it update status. Requirements title. App result set. Dropped it in the right spot. Hit save. Turn it on. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. All right. Give me a fresh 15. Oh, okay. Give me a fresh 15. Okay, so this is 15 plus. All right. So I finally got a save. Turn this bad boy on. Right. Note the app name that I captured. Right. All right. So this guy is on. Let's go here. Now I'm going to my prompt list, and the app key is what makes my prompts unique. This tells my whole flow which prompt to pull from this list, which is the magic behind this, right? So if I go to new here, drop in that app key, prompt. Okay, let me go to here. I already lost, so it doesn't matter. Okay, here we go. Problem with dictation, refresh the browser. Oh, somebody knew I was going to time this. So come on, man. This Saturday morning at 9:28. Y'all killing me. Put me on the speed tenant. Call Satya, man. Somebody get Satya on the phone. Man, y'all tripping. All right. Okay, here we go. We're going to build our prompt. You are a senior business analyst and you're capturing business requirements based on the application details that I'm going to provide. You need to create 4 different sections. In the first section, it needs to be an executive summary highlighting the overview of the application, what it would do, what's the business value, and key highlights of the key features of the application. Step number 2, create a section called features. In this section, you will detail out all the features of the requirement as well as use cases, and sample inputs, expected outputs for the feature. Next section. You will create test cases for the features highlighted in the requirements document, allowing the QA testers to be able to test these features. You should highlight the test case, the expected outcome, and a chart for them to check pass or fail. Next section. You will list out any assumptions made when generating the requirements document. These assumptions you want to highlight so that way we can talk to the business user and get clarity or agreement on the assumptions. So list out a separate section for assumptions. I didn't think of that clear. Garbage in, garbage out. But I mean, it's going to be this technology is smart. Right, the prompt could be crap. You have to have some key structure, and I don't want to spend the time on that. I always want to coach. All right. So let's go here. That's where we put our prompt. Right, as is. I'm not spelling correcting or any of that. The next thing you want to do, I'm gonna save this because I want to leverage what I did in the note taker because it's very detailed. HTML. So I'm going to pop this open, and you dare not try to modify HTML in the SharePoint list. You'll mess around and break your neck. Okay, here's the following output. This is generic enough. It's generic enough to use as a template, and it's specific enough to use in the example. Okay, let's just say application requirements app. Notice what I'm going to do here. I'm going to say app name as a token, right? And I'm going to do that in brackets. And I'm still using my brackets requirements document for HTML, right? And I'm used, I want to use curly, but I haven't tested with curly, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, it's executive summary. Here, I'm going to say wrap this in the div. I can't believe I didn't do this. And I know I can do it in 15 minutes if my refresh rate was good. Here, again, brackets list, the exec summary. Here, okay. So my internal notes to the AI, I'm wrapping in brackets, and it's smart enough not to confuse those with the brackets needed for valid HTML. Super smart. All right. And here, I'm going to do requirements. No. DC. Ooh. All right. I didn't tell it to do this, but let's see what it does. Because I actually forgot the requirements. Features, use cases, and test cases. Let's see. I'm gonna tell it. Note this. Create a HTML table here with the needed columns. All right. And then here I'm gonna do assumptions. So I'm gonna wrap it up with assumptions. Again, this is not scripted. So I'm gonna say assumption 1. He's like, he's sitting there like, yeah, I can tell. Assumption 2, assumption 3, features. Let's see, feature 1, feature 2. And it's not going to limit to 3. It's just going to, I'm just giving it a template of what I'm expecting the layout to be. And here's the other thing. Because this is a requirements document and you need the traceability or the ability to reference certain areas, I don't want unordered. I want ordered. I want each one of these requirements to have an easy identifiable number, something for that. All right. That's it. All right. So now what we can do, there's probably a typo there. There's probably a missing close bracket or something like that, but it doesn't matter. Okay. So here, let's find our requirements gen, and let's drop that here, right? All right. And then let's see if this thing works. So if I had my refresh game the way it should have been, this would have been done 7 and 20 seconds, 7 minutes and 20 seconds ago, 30 seconds ago. Tripping, man. Refresh is killing me. All right, here we go. All right, so here, play here. Let's say create. I need to change that label. I need to change all these labels. So let's just call this, what are we going to call this? Oh, DJ playlist. DJ AI playlist. This is a thing. I'm actually using, I'm going to DJ and email to this to Sean. I'm actually going to DJ a wedding reception in 4 hours. All right. Creates a music. Oh, let me do this. Well, I sit here and type and get this thing all screwed up. I'm sitting around here and break my neck. The ultimate DJ AI playlist generator. This application generates playlists for different venues or different parties based on the suggested genre, and the preference of the event organizer, period. This application just takes a simple input from the DJ, listing out just a few, in parentheses, 5 or 6, close parentheses, sample songs, and the AI DJ playlist will create a playlist for the venue, period. The application will have several modes for generating playlists. The modes are important because it tells the application or the AI the different formats needed for an event, period. Example modes can be, but are not limited to, weddings, birthday celebrations, gender reveal celebrations, graduation parties, anniversary parties, birthday parties, period. Based on the mode selected, the AI DJ playlist will determine the format of the event, period. For example, for weddings, it will know that there is a segment for dinner music where the music suggestions were mostly mild, love-centric, mellow, period. There is a first dance, father-daughter dance, son-mother dance, bouquet toss, first dance for the bride and groom, period. It would know that there is an entry song for the wedding party, and a separate song for the bride and groom entry, period. It will have upbeat. It will also recognize for weddings that there's a special segment for when the dance floor is open, and this will require up-tempo music and famous line dances and sing-alongs and other fun songs to make it a memorable event, period. That's going to be the MVP phase. For the future phase, the AI DJ app will allow the DJ to respond real time when playing a suggested song, the DJ will rate the crowd mood from 1 through 3, not interested, somewhat interested, very interested, it will also provide a count of the number of people on the dance floor, showing popularity of the song, period. From this information, the AI will dynamically recommend another song based on the song list, predefined song list for the DJ of what to play next, period. This can also get into very technical scenarios where the beat per minute and the major note of the songs will match, helping in seamless blend and transition from the existing song to the new song. I've been DJing for a little bit. You can tell the difference, can't you? All right, anyway. All right, so this is our requirement. I love that dictation, right? I actually should use it more, especially with Copilot, because now I can just, I was going to say word vomit, but, I can just go off the top of my head. I'm making all this stuff up as I go. I don't have any real sense, right? The whole DJ thing, like I just thought of that as I was coming, saying it, and which was the hesitation, stuff like that. But you lose so much creativity and innovation worrying about syntax, typing, spaces, spelling, grammar, ... This dictation tool makes it great. Oh, I forgot. I'm on the timer. I'm at the 30 minutes now. Holy smokes. That's my fault. All right. The first one was to refresh. Get Satya. Is Satya on the phone? Okay. The first one was to refresh. The second one was me because I'm easily sidetracked. You know this. You know this, man. All right. Here we go. Submit. Source of truth. Okay. Notice what happened. I get this requested because now I can just spit these out one by one. It's going to queue these up because this thing takes forever. But health check, I'm not even 1,000% certain that this thing is even working, right? I usually do something silly like forget to turn the flow on. But let's see. So let me hit refresh here, see if this flow is running. And if I get a pending, I don't get anything, bro. AI requirements, Jen. I don't even got a trigger, turn off, and I'm on. That's disheartening. What happened? All right, so let me go to my list of where I'm storing all these transcripts. Service AI history. I say transcripts, requirement documents. So I should have 2 entries here. Okay, I'm past it. All right, so it took me a little bit more than half an hour. Yeah, let's go another 15. It's not going to take me 45 minutes. We're actually there. So this is loaded. Let's see here. All right, let's go. It seems like I'm just waiting for this thing to show that it got triggered. There we go. It's running. It just took a little bit. Of course, it's a brand new flow. All brand new flows take a little more time than the existing flows. We know this. All right, so this is going to run. Succeeded? Really? All right, let's see. Really succeeded? Really? Okay, so now here's the other thing. I can hit refresh here. Complete it. I got my status. Look at the details. I thought we coded for that. I got something. I'm gonna have to tweak this. Why is it in blue? Okay, so we coded for that HTML because that's a known thing. So we get that a lot. That's not a problem. Yeah, let me take this. Let me Give me some grays. There we go. I don't want to go black. Give me some grays. A little bit softer. Yeah, too soft. Too warm. Too cold. That's just right. Okay. We coded for that HTML. Let me look at. I'm gonna have to cheat because note taker app. What I'm doing is bringing up my working example, and now I have to go through and find all my formulas. And these are the situations you run into with that form component, because the form component, I had to wipe out all my data cards and bring back all my new ones, right? And through that transition, there are formulas in those data cards that says, oh, for the return HTML, you got to do this replace or substitute or whatever the name is. So let me just go down here. I can quickly find it, though. And form details. Let's look at my HTML. Let me see my notes. This is the thing that's returned. And look at my text. Nope, it's not there. If it was in the Power Automate, I would have caught it. And it actually should be in the Power Automate. That HTML that comes back should be clean. Oh, no. I'm returning that. Hold on. That call is actually in the button, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah, that's in the... Wait, no. I'm not waiting. No, this is just a... I don't know why. I would have replaced it here, though, from the display. I don't know. I got to chase it down. But it's a known thing. I have to chase it down to figure out where I got it. Okay, let's see. Outside of that, let's just see how good this thing did. All right, so executive summary. You want me to read this to you or no? All right, go ahead and read. You can probably, no, you're probably driving. The playlist innovative application design revolutionized playlist generative by leveraging AI technology. This application simplifies a playlist creation process. The DJ is required only a few simple songs, and it generates a full list with multiple modes catering to the different event types, birthday celebrations, It took everything that I was trying to say and said it. It's beautiful. Requirements. Ability to input songs, support multiple modes when in features. Remember, requirements I did not have in the prompt. I put it in the template, and it figured out 2 to 2 and made it happen. Features are light. I actually really want to extend on this. Now, this is an issue that you're going to have, right? So, and this table grid is horrible. So I probably have to give it an example of a table grid so that way it does like borders. Like it actually is laid out. I would prefer like the headers to be left justified, have my borders on so that way you can very clearly see the sales, like when one ends, when one begins, But these are minor things. And guess where I'm going to make those tweaks? In the prompt, right? So I'm going to just pull out that text, refine my paragraphs to where it makes sense, and then paste it. Save it in the list. I don't have to touch the app. The engine's built. There's no more touching of the engine. The engine's built. Okay. And then it has the assumptions and all this other good stuff. Now, let's talk about what's happening. Then let's jump into the whiteboard. And I'm going to give you a very skeleton. Then I'm going to show you how you can have me build you one of these for free if you're on your game and you have to be responsive. Right, because it's time sensitive, and I'm gonna have to close the gates. Because if you're like me, you're not having me build this so you can use it in production. You're having me build this so you can have all the source code and the best practices and the working prototype, so you can build and start stamping out your own. That's why you're gonna have me build it. But I say all that to say, here's the problem that we're having. This is just waiting for AI to catch up. The max tokens I can respond with on the output. Now, understand the 2 token windows. Let's jump into the whiteboard. Deshaun, the whiteboard Clark, right? So this is what's happening. We have our app, right? And it's going to, it saves some information. I was going to say it's send it to the Power Automate, but this is not that. This is a different model. And the reason why I go to the SharePoint list first and then use the trigger off the list is because of the wait time. So I don't want to hold the user hostage waiting for the Power Automate to respond. So what I'm going to do is give them a scenario to where it seems like they're queuing these up. So it's just like, oh, here's a requirement, here's a requirement, here's a requirement, here's a requirement. I'm going to lunch. Come back from lunch. Oh, here's my document. Okay, cool. And we can take this to a whole new level, right? Because we're a Power Automate. And we know how to generate Word documents out of raw data. We know how to generate Word documents off of HTML. So why not generate a Word document, drop it into a Microsoft Teams folder, and send them an email notification when all that work is done? Yeah, give me your 20 requirements, Mr. or Miss Business Analyst. Go to lunch. I'll do the work for you. This is where we're going. This is the new way of tech. All right, so SharePoint list. So I'm going to a list, and then from that list, I'm dumping into a Power Automate, using my list as a queue. It will update the status, and then you saw that, right? So sent, requested, complete, requested, even if there's an error. So if there's an error, you should allow them to re-request, right? So now I have this Power Automate. I call this to the AI. Now watch what breaks down here. I'm calling the AI, and there's an HTTP. I'm actually calling a subflow. I have a subflow that does all my AI calls. This subflow is important. Why? Because two things. To call this AI, call this service AI or get AI response. You want to encapsulate this. One, it took some cycles to get this right. And you have a lot of Power Automates that takes a lot of cycles to get right. You don't want to repeat that work every time that you need to use that type of service, right? So we since then start breaking things apart. Back in 2019, everything was one flow. The flow was big, nasty. No one can manage it. You're scared to make a change because you don't know what else you're going to break. It's hard to read because you got all these conditions, Well, full-scale condition tree is because you probably need to use, switches versus nested conditions, or you need to use an expression versus an action in general, just to clean things up. But beyond that, there's a unit of work that we're calling microservices that we want to repeat. We want to black box it. This is the input I'm expecting. I'm going to do this work, and then I'm going to send you this as an output. That's the whole key with this whole architecture. And that's what this does. So to get this to work, there's a lot you got to generate. There's a lot of cycles. You got to HTTP request. You got to filter through the JSON. I don't do JSON schemas anymore. I don't do parse JSON anymore, because when a value's not provided, it throws a null. So you can't guarantee the data. I'm going to be honest, I miss the tokens that it generates, but because it's so unfragile, with requirements and not, it's just it's a lot. It's a lot. So since then, I do everything via expressions. So I comb the JSON, either the payload that I'm sending or the JSON results I'm getting back. I comb that, figure out where my magic value is, or figure out how I need to formulate this to send it off. And that just takes cycles. So you want to build that once, you want to encapsulate it, you want to put parameters on the front end, clear the definition on what they're going to respond back, and reuse that until the wheels fall off. That's what we're doing. Secondly, this is AI. We're the first wave, 1.2, right? We're not on the second wave yet. So we're on the 1.2 wave of this whole AI journey. This area is where you're going to see a lot of change, right? You're going to see a ton of change. So imagine we're going to be building out all these AI apps, and I'm going to create one for you. If you go ahead and do I'm going to show you need to do, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to create one of these bad boys for you, and you're going to have this in your back pocket and be able to crank. Oh, sorry, this is all wrong. This is me replicating that. Here's AI app 3. There's my UI. Here's my list. Right? No. Sorry. Yeah. Here's my list, and here's my. Sorry. I need coffee. Hold on. Let me get you right. Let me get you right. Let me get me right. All right. So this is AI 2, AI app 2. This is what this looks like. Front end, right? This is going to be unique. Now, I just did that gallery on the side and then details on in the middle. There's many different ways you can do this. I think there's like 5 core templates, though, that you're going to gravitate towards. And you should, right? You shouldn't have like 20 different UIs here. You should limit this to 5. That's how you crank, right? And I went to an existing app to get this done. I probably should, once I mature, instead of going to an existing app where I know it has a UI that I want, I'm going to go to a template that's well-defined and it's intended to be copy and paste. And I'm going to be intentional on how I do formulas, intentional on how I name things, so that way they can be generic and reused in that save as or, save a copy as way. All right, so here's going to be my SharePoint list. This is unique. And again, I only need this list because I'm doing that queuing type scenario. Oh, here's a request. I'm going to drop it here. Here, give me another request. Drop it here, drop it here, drop it here. Fire to the Power Automate. Let it do its thing. Then it's going to update a status. And then my user, when they refresh, they're going to see which ones are ready to go and ready to consume. And this can grow into anything. This can be respond back, right? It actually doesn't respond back. They're refreshing and pull the latest and greatest back. This could be, send an email, do another unit of work based on the response of the AI. And here's the other thing. I'm at the level now where I'm taking the response of the AI and sending it down to another system. So I have to be very crisp with the AI that says, hey, you're only responding with this JSON. This JSON schema look like this. You only respond with this JSON. There's actually a box you need to check to enforce that. Because if that JSON schema alters in any way, everything after that is trash, because everybody agrees on the contract. Everybody agrees on the schema. So its middle layer is going to morph into many different things, right? And now you're going to have your business layer, right? And this is going to be your Power Automate tied to the solution. So everything on this line is solution unique. And I drew over there, you just didn't see it. Everything on this in this blue box here is unique to your solution. And if you build this right, if you get a architecture right, and again, I'm gonna try to give this to you. You got to be on your game. I'm gonna show you in a few minutes how you can get in line. I'm gonna have to make. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be fair because I expect the floodgates to open. But if only 3 people, I'm gonna build before you 3 people. Because I appreciate you. I appreciate you guys watching the channel and giving me feedback and all this other good stuff. Copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. And each one of these Power Apps, SharePoint List, Power Automate, each one of those technologies allow you to do that, which is why it's not just the way they're architected, but the fact that you're on this platform that's groomed and designed for rapid application development. And we all know rapid application development comes from, okay, we've been here for 45 minutes. I'm about to wrap up. I only have 5 minutes left. Rapid application development comes from reuse. And you can only get reuse if you're leveraging things that already exist, or you have intentional templates, patterns, solutions, whatever, pre-canned, and you're copy and pasting them. That's what Yeoman generators are. That's what Visual Studio Project Solution. That's what GitHub is. Point blank. Period. GitHub is a working solution. You bring it down, you build it, you tweak it to your liking, and you go. So this is your real life GitHub. All right. So I say all that to say, you guys know I get long-winded. I'm sorry. This section here, all your solutions are going to use this reusable section here. And this section here, because we are Gen 1 in AI, would change frequently. And the worst thing you want to create is to have all this AI uniquely inside all your business layers and your Power Automate. And when this changes, And I'm not saying just like bumps like 3.5 GPT, 4.0 GPT, 4.0 Turbo, 4 no 4.0, and then now you have 4.0, which is on the landscape, and then there's 5, and there's 7, there's 20, there's dot dot dot. Not only just those version increments where the AI is getting smarter, but even swapping these out, right? We're open AI now. We can be Gemini tomorrow. We can be Grok next week. We can be whatever. And if you're smart, you're actually creating those now, not just willy-nilly. It's going out like, oh, there's new AI. Let me create this service layer. Oh, there's new AI. No, when the opportunity presents itself, everything doesn't have to go through Azure OpenAI, which is what this is, right? The private AI that's part of your Azure tenant. So you're not out there training ChatGPT with your business data. So everything don't need to go out there. There's certain use cases. Generate a newsletter that's going out to the wild. Generate social media posts that's already going to the public, right? So if you're generating information that's already going to be public, it's okay to use the public GPT, right? But for those pieces of information that you're generating for internal use only, you should not be using ChatGPT. That should be Azure OpenAI. And then once Amazon comes with its business class, that's going to be the Amazon AI. And when Google comes out with its business class, that's going to be the Gemini for Business AI. And when we trust it, OpenAI, I know they're getting there, and they're trying to put all the marketing and all this other stuff to convince us that it's safe. But when ChatGPT comes with its business class AI, then you would, you'll be building for them. So you would have all these different options at this layer. I'm so sleepy. No, I'm not sleepy. I just need coffee. You're going to have all these different options at this layer, and that's where you want to do it. And then when these need to upgrade, you upgrade, and you don't have to touch these apps that you have. We just built one in 15 minutes. I'm sticking to 15 minutes. Okay, somebody go out there with one of you data scientists, go to this video, subtract all the time that was used for a refresh, and bet money it was 15 minutes and 35 seconds. Bet money. Okay, it probably closer to 25 minutes. But it's record time. It could have been 3 hours. The fact that app in the day, Satya said that. Is Satya on the phone? Satya said that. When the Power Platform dropped, he said, the ideal company, everyone is an app maker, and you'll be creating an app in a day. I just showed you how that's possible. I'm not saying the most complex app with tons of integration and all the belts and suspenders needed because it's mission critical. That's not the when I say that's what gets thrown in my face. Oh yeah, you're not going to be in there. It's this. No, I'm gonna make up a stat. 77% of the apps we create are small to medium in complexity. Those are apps in a day. Complexity of a medium complex app may take you 2 days, right? And when I say app in a day, that's dev complete, because I'm not going to bank my timeline on what the business is going to do or the time schedule or the calendar of the business user. I can't control that, but the piece I can control, app in a day, is absolutely feasible. We did it in 14 minutes and 32 seconds. Right, data scientists? Right? You calculate all those? Yeah. Okay. All right. So real quick, I got to get away from these hour-long videos. Real quick, this is how you can get one of these built for your environment. All right. This is what you need to do. I'm going to give you 3 days from the time this is posted to the time, and 3 days later, and I'm counting weekends in there. It's going to be during the day because I usually post these like Monday, Tuesday. So, okay, I'll give you the Friday. I'm going to give you the whole week. You got to comment in the, I want to, so part of me says leverage likes and comments so that way this video get boosted and you get popularity. The other part of me says I don't want the popularity vote. I want the quality, modern, professional vote. So I do want to attract those people, but I don't want to do a false attraction by gimmicking and making you generate comments, which force the algorithm to do what it's saying. But you should, honestly, real talk, actually, no talk. Forget it. Okay, very simple. This is what we're going to do. I'm going to create, let's do this now. I'm going to create this this Microsoft form. If you're not doing this, and this is probably good to show you, because you can do this now. And there, I'm going to say everybody's doing this. Actually, a lot of people are not. A lot of people are buying third-party systems that you get for free in your Microsoft 365 subscription. It drives me absolutely crazy. Let me see. Load. Let me see. Apply for the free 15-minute app. I'm rocking with that 15-minute, right? Hey, Deshaun, I watched your video and I am submitting my idea for one of your infamous 50-minute power or AI. They got to be AI. If it's not AI, it's just like everybody else. And we're not that. We're outstanding. How you spell infamous? Infamous 15-minute power app. Below are my details. Please pick me. I love typing like for other people. Like this is what you're saying, right? When you fill out this form. All right. So first I need, let's put your name. Keep it simple. Okay. Full name, valid. You got to do a valid email address. Okay. If I was not going to use Microsoft Forms, it would probably be for this very reason right here. Not validating the email address before the use. Everybody and it's not incorrect email. No one can combat that. It's blatant incorrect formatted email. Forgetting the dot extension, forgetting the @ symbol, like basic validation stuff. Your email got to be valid so I can contact you. Your email, right? And then app description must be low to medium. Again, building the app is not what you should be going after. If you're the right person for this channel, this is not what you're going after. You're not going to, oh, Deshaun, let me give you the most complex thing I've been trying to figure out. You're not going after that. You're trying to get what you just saw from end to end, A to Z, even the OpenAI piece, which I'm going to need your help, right? Because you have to go through a configuration and requests and stuff like that. Even the Azure OpenAI piece, that's actually going to be a sticky point. We have to figure that out. I think I have an idea. We have to figure it out. That's going to be a sticky point because getting that Azure OpenAI piece set up is going to be key. I can definitely walk you through it. It's actually pretty straightforward. Just it's a survey question you have to fill out. But yeah, that's what you're going after. You're going after getting the working end-to-end solution in your environment to where you can replicate this and reverse engineer it and figure out how you can make it your own, right? So name, email, and app description must be low to medium complexity. Right. All right. That's it. And then I'll give you a shout. I'll actually respond. I was going to respond back with my calendar link, but I'm not going to do that. I think I'm going to collect all of these. I'm going to shoot a video when I decide, right? I'm going to collect all of these And if you are a winner, I would just record the video of me collecting. And based on the number of responses we get, if it's under 5, I probably just pick 2. If it's more than 100, I probably pick 2. And I'll probably pick 5. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll pick 10%. Right? That's the tithe, right? That's usually the right charity amount. Not saying no. You're not charity. You're not. Holy smokes! Why you guys trip on everything? You're not charity. I was just trying to figure out me giving my time, donating my time, in a non-monetary way would be me giving back to the community, and you're not charity. Thank you. All right. That's it. So, okay, let's go ahead and get this posted. The link will be in the description. Execute. You have until Friday. The Friday that the first Friday that this video drops. So if you're watching this 3 months later, don't fill out the form because there's no need. But in 5 days, if of the time that this video drops, fill this out. Very simple. Make sure that email is valid. Be descriptive. I'm gonna run. Yeah, I'm gonna run your app description, and then you can be as long-winded and verbose as you want to with this description. I'm gonna actually run all of this. You know what? We're gonna put AI to work. I'm gonna let AI. There we go. I'm gonna let AI figure this out. I'm gonna let AI manage this whole campaign. Right. So the response you get based on this description, you're gonna get a personalized response. That's gonna be AI. I think the AI. I think we named her Alice. I gotta check with Jenny. So you're gonna get email from Alice. Alice is going to respond to your form. Alice is going to put you in the queue. Alice is going to take your description, generate that resume. I'm going to expand that resume a little bit because through all that talking, I never told you about the token window. Dang it, bro. I'm horrible. Sorry. I'll show you that. So I'm gonna run it through the description because of the token window. It's limited now, but you can tweak it to get a full scope, like requirements document, like pages. If you know how to do it. This is where the difference is between Copilot and building these in Power Apps and building AI in Power Apps. On the surface, until you get into that level 2, level 3 of understanding, it seems like it's one and the same. Oh, why are we doing this? Why are we doing Azure OpenAI? Can I do all this with Copilot? I got Copilot right in front of me. I got Copilot in everything I touch. I went to the restroom and Copilot was on the vanity. Like Copilot is like Microsoft is sprinkling that thing everywhere. But this is the difference. One, you control the process. If you come up short, you have all the bells and whistles at your disposal to tweak it to make it to where you want. Then you can automate it. It can be more than just giving you information. It can, automate and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have AI Alice. She's gonna do everything. She's gonna respond to your email. She's gonna take your description. She's gonna come up with a business requirement. I'm gonna actually email that business requirement back to everybody. Like if you get picked or not, that's one of the things you're gonna get, right? So we're friends, right? We're friends. So I'm gonna give you that, right? I'm gonna put that in the Word document, maybe a PDF. Now I'm gonna leave it open. I'm gonna put it in the Word document. I'm gonna email that back to you. Alice will, and then she's gonna put your name in a drawing with your description, and she's actually gonna rank your app based on the description 1 through 5, right? And should we only do? We'll see what the results are. And then she's going to throw this in a randomizer, and this could be thousands of people. And based off of that, I'm making this up as I go, but all of this is feasible. I'm making it up. Like the creativity is the part I'm making up, but I know exactly how to implement this. So I see it there, like I'm before it comes out of my mouth, I'm like validating everything. Like, is that feasible? Is that feasible? Is that feasible? Is that the one thing I may get tripped up on is generating the Word document, and I only say that because I will want to use one of my famous videos, how to generate a Word template using standard connections. But this one, I think I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and do a premium connector for Word, just so that way I can kind of get that thing where I need to be. Because the bullets and stuff like that, yeah, that's going to be tricky. Yeah, because I still want it to be formatted nice. Even in the table, I may have to create a table. Okay, I may be talking myself into a corner here. Okay, worst case scenario, you get an HTML email, right? If I jump into that thing, I'm like, dang, this is complex. No, but I got my boy Srini. Srini loves this stuff. He's like me. He's a tech head. And between Srini and I, we'll figure it out. Okay. Yeah, so we go into the drawing, and then I'm going to shoot a video of who the top picks are, right? It's going to be like a Powerball, like, and then your name will appear. It's like, oh, so that's the other thing. If you're not comfortable with your name being part of a video, and it's just going to be name only. I'm not going to have email or nothing like that. And oh yeah, please don't do no real business stuff that'll mess around and get you fired. Don't do that. If you own your business and you're comfortable with it, that's okay. If you're a director and you're comfortable with it, that's okay. But understand that I'm doing this openly and on my YouTube, and I'm building up. One, I'm trying to add value. Two, I'm trying to add my audience to of the right people. I'm really trying to, and that's why I'm doing long videos. If this video takes 3 hours to get through it, it's going to be 3 hours. But the person I'm going after will watch 3 hours of me going through this, because we're on the same frequency on how we operate, right? And thank you so much for putting up with my side combos. You're probably sitting there like, bro, if you don't mess around and tell me about these token windows and why you have to recall in this AI, I'm gonna pull my hair out. Okay, let's do that, because I don't want you to lose any more hair. All right, so here we go. Here's the situation. I can't believe I did that whole whiteboard and didn't do anything. All right, here's the situation. When you call the AI, you get a set of tokens that you max out with. And this is the area that's growing, and this is why this is super important. And when you look at the different AIs, they handle this token distribution differently. So with Azure OpenAI 4.0, I think we get 100,000 tokens. When ChatGPT first released, I think we were up to 4,000 tokens. So we up to 100,000. There's people talking about they got 1 million token prompt window. And really what that is how many characters can you fit in the window before the AI stop comprehending. Now, anyone can make that window big. The key is, how smart is it with going through all that information and make sure it goes through all that information, and not just say, oh, you gave me 100,000, 1 million tokens. I can really only ingest 50,000. So it's like, it's useless. Like, yeah, you can handle a lot, but you're not understanding all of it. I need you to understand every word sent to the prompt and then make a decision considering everything in the prompt. That's what makes it smart. So don't get caught up with the numbers. Understand how well is it consuming all the information and all the fine level of detail in all that information. So when you send your AI, you're going to have two windows. You're going to have the prompt window and you're going to have the response window, right? So the prompt was, when we did our requirements, it was me sending the requirements that I did in Word, get the prompt that tells it, like, this is your role, this is what I need you to do, this is the output. All of that is part of that window, right? So say, for example, you have 100,000 tokens here, right? The way OpenAI does it, they would give you can use all of, like, this whole thing have to fit within 100,000 tokens. So OpenAI says you can use as many tokens as you want in the prompt, but you're limited to only 4,000 tokens max in the response. And that's why our response document, our requirements document, is so shallow, right? There was a ton of features. It only highlighted like the first three and then tried to summarize everything else. even with the requirements. So it's a ton of features we gave it, but in that response, and these tokens is everything else. It's not just the characters used in the Word. It's also the characters used in the HTML, for example, or the characters used in the JSON. That whole payload counts against your tokens. I know the next question you have in the back of your head. Well, Deshaun, how many characters do I have per token? I don't know. I don't know. You have to research. I don't know, because even that piece changes, and they're trying to streamline it to where you can get more, like your character, the token count. That ratio becomes greater. You get more characters per token. So that's another innovative piece that they're working on. The other innovative piece is making sense of everything that's in this window. Again, just because you can use 96,000 tokens here doesn't mean everything is understood. And that's where you separate the boys from the men, right? That's when you start looking at Anthropic and comparing it against ChatGPT. There's so let's talk about Anthropic. So this is ChatGPT. The difference is usually in how much does it understand all the information that is given. Now, Google's already like Gemini 1.5 million tokens. Like stupid number. But the question is, how much of that million does it understand, right? But with 1 million tokens, you can do some serious damage. Now, with Anthropic, the way that they do it, and this is drawn wrong. Dang, I didn't mean to erase the whole thing. With Anthropic, this is what they do. They are 50-50. They're like, you know what? You can actually, this is a sliding scale, actually. This is a sliding scale. So, and their whole thing is, they say, hey, we're going to give you 100,000 tokens, right? And you can use that 100,000 anywhere you want. So if your input is only 20 and we have enough detail, we're going to fill it up. We're going to respond back with the other 80,000, right? Like it doesn't have this cap here. So that's the difference between Anthropic. You still got 100K total, but you can use that 100K anywhere you want. So if you say, I need you to be extremely detailed with this requirement, don't miss one single detail, like really get in its A in that prompt, and just tell it like, I need you to be detailed, and this can be, tell me a story about the Civil War. That's your prompt. In the fact that it needs to be extremely detailed. This could be pages, right, in the response. So that's how they differ. So on marketing brochure or reading the white paper, it really is marketing. You say, oh, we up to 100K. Oh, we up to 100K. They one and the same. They both are 100K. No, go to that level 2 detail. You start to see the difference. Now, this may not be up to date for 2024 because they're always iterating. ChatGPT, OpenAI is always iterating. So I need to understand if this is still the case. But the last time I looked at it, this was the rub. It was, I'm 100K, but you're maxed out at 4K here. Anthropic says, no, you're 100K and you can split that 100K in input or output however you seem fit. So that's why I have to rerun it. So now what I'm going to do now that we're dealing with OpenAI, the way I'm going to do this is rerun this prompt. So I'm going to chunk this prompt out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say something like, here's the requirements. Give me the executive summary. And then let it fill it up to 4K. And I don't expect that to be 4K. Then I'm going to recall it and say, okay, now give me the requirements. Then I'm going to recall it and say, okay, now give me the features. I'm going to recall it and say, now give me the assumptions and ... So I'm going to just series these together. And then each one of these outputs would be scoped by the div. And then once I get the div from this call, 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 then I'm going to build my parent div with all those div chunks in it. and then respond back to my caller with that. And that's how I get a more detailed response, right? And I need this in meeting notes. I need, like, anywhere where I'm expecting very detailed responses, this is the pattern that I need, right? And again, I had to figure out, a easy way, a microservices way to do this, because this is going to be some work, right? Like, you have to call it multiple times, you have to collect all the results, you got to keep them in order, and then you have to ship them back to the caller. So that's just going to take some time. So our iterations, but through that iterations, that's not one of those things I want to have all over the place. I don't want it done 4 or 5 different times and 4 or 5 different flows. I want to encapsulate and get that in. So that's the rub. Okay. All right. So we have our marching orders. I know what I'm going to do next. You know what you're going to do next. Putting the link in the description field. Let's have at it. We have until Friday. Until then, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.